Owen and Carla enter the park and try to find Claire with the help of a very conveniently placed GPS tracker in the ejection chair. And now we get our second but brief glimpse of my favourite character, the T-Rex. The pair are hiding. The T-Rex goes to find a freshly killed goat for a brief second before it is outside by yet another new addition to Jurassic World, the fearsome Gigantosaurus. There's a brief fight. The pair are hiding, watching this all unfold, and the T-Rex, which really you think the T-Rex would have smelled them, but it's something that they do bring up in The Lost World. They also had good eyesight, which is one of the things the original Jurassic Park got wrong. But, at the same time, having a predator that big, you have to give it at least one weakness to facilitate the plot a little bit, I guess. Unfortunately, Jurassic World Dominion picks and chooses which dino facts it wants to present. It picks and chooses ones that serve its plot and contradict with the original Jurassic Park. The first one tried to be as realistic as possible, minus the velociraptors. They were pretty much made up for the film. A velociraptor in reality is about the size of a turkey or a medium-sized dog, not a person. But they did make up for it in later films. The feathers and versus genetic engineering. I think they do mention that they made some dinosaurs bigger and scarier, and that's something that they do get into more in Jurassic World. So a fight breaks out between our two apex predators because the Bison CEO thought it'd be a great idea to fit two apex predators in a isolated location together, which is a fucking dumb idea. They would probably kill each other, or one would try to kill the other and take over. It also makes you wonder if they do have carnivores and herbivores mixed into a small area. Eventually the carnivores are going to eat all the herbivores, and there's only going to be the dominant carnivores at the top of the food chain. And so there goes your dinosaur sanctuary idea. You would need a space. You'd need a fair bit of space for all the dinosaurs to be able to comfortably live and not have to worry about being picked off by the bigger dinosaurs. But this is explained in Jurassic World Dominion. They have a population of goats they release for the carnivores to eat, which when you realistically think about it, a goat is not really going to fill up a T-Rex. He'd probably have to eat 10 or 20 of them a day. A goat to a T-Rex would be just a snack. I think Walking with Dinosaurs mentioned that. A T-Rex eats like a ton and a half, maybe 2 tons of food each day. It's like a decent portion of its own body weight to keep that huge body moving. Same goes for the herbivores. They'd probably decimate the tree population pretty quickly if they didn't have enough space to spread out and let trees and plants regenerate, which is a problem that they have with animals today. The environmental angle is one that the movie should have gone down. It kind of hints at it at the start, but then it kind of then drops it just as quickly. If you had if you had a limited amount of dinosaurs, it might work if you put them on an island, but if you had enough dinosaurs living side by side with humans, there wouldn't be enough resources to go around, especially when you consider all the other animal species that are being pushed to the brink of extinction by overpopulation by humans and encroachments on their environment. So a fight breaks out between the T-Rex and the Gigantosaurus. Guess who wins? So far the dinosaurs have been pretty lifeless, minus the raptors, and they haven't really done a hell of a lot apart from just facilitate action scenes. That's really the sad thing with this movie, is it's supposed to be about dinosaurs, but most of the scenes that have dinosaurs in them really just facilitate action scenes and not a hell of a lot else. They don't have those big sweeping shots that the originals have of herds of herbivores doing their thing. Every time there's a dinosaur, especially a carnivore, it just facilitates another action set piece, like the feathered raptor that doesn't appear again in the film. It appears just because the script's getting boring and the audience needs some action. And I never thought I'd say it, but there are way too many dinosaurs in this movie. There are so many dinosaurs packed into it, it's hard to keep up with what dinosaur you've seen and what dinosaur you haven't. Because you're constantly thinking, have we seen this dinosaur before? Oh no, that's a different one. That's a new dinosaur that you're probably not going to see again. It's a bit overkill, and it seems like Colin Trevorrow tried to fit every dinosaur that's ever been found into a single film. I think there's more dinosaurs in this film than the first 2 Jurassic Worlds combined. There's definitely more dinosaurs in this one than the entire original trilogy. Whenever the script seems to get boring, let's add a new dinosaur to give the audience some action. They only seem to facilitate the action scenes and not a lot else. The dinosaurs also don't seem like characters like they do in the first 3 films. Blue is really the only dinosaur character in Jurassic World. In the first Jurassic Park, the T-Rex definitely feels like a character, and so do the raptors. They feel like they have their own personality. In The Lost World, the dinosaurs definitely do feel like more like characters. The two T-Rexes and the baby are definitely some of the main characters in the film. The baby T-Rex in The Lost World appears on screen more than some of the human characters do. Dominion, the dinosaurs, like I said, facilitate action scenes. They don't really feel like characters, and the only dinosaur character we do get, Blue, is written out of the script. And most of the dinosaurs we see are only seen once or twice before exiting stage left and not appearing again. So even some of your old favourites don't get a lot of screen time, such as the T-Rex. They're brushed aside to fit in some of the new dinosaurs. So this brings us to the Gigantosaurus. You know, it's another apex predator that's bigger and meaner than the T-Rex and the Spinosaurus, but it has very little impact on the story and kind of comes off like a corporate attack dog. It kind of fits in with Bison's motto and the corporate mentality of bigger is better. And the Gigantosaurus is mentioned as being the biggest carnivore and predator to ever exist. Alan mentions that during the movie, which is not true, the Spinosaurus is. But none of them can hold a candle to the T-Rex. It is, in my opinion, the best dinosaur. It might not be the biggest in terms of length, but in body weight, it pretty much matches the other two. It is by far the coolest dinosaur. It's one that I've loved since I was a kid and continue to do so. Like a lot of people around the world, the T-Rex is the coolest.